run up the cash, you love to spend. Pay to kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
There we go. Hey, kill. 47.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
26.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Mike's 56.
He can't hang. He's not getting 26.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together to watch a game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here we go.
Touchdown, defense. Show it.
11. Hey, gun.
Go.
11. Smooth. 1, Omaha.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
White 20. Check. White.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13.
Alpha. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 miles. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
It's third down and 13.
Here we go.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
Hey, whoa. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, let's get that. I got this. Mike 55. Mike.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This is caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, it's Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
He'll buy some time right, and he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And this one's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And let's pin the mirrors back. 12, fellas. Here we go. Mike 5-4. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Hey, John. 54, right there. 54, Mike. 6. Hey, Foxtrot.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. The sack by Robert Quinn.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Austin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 6 right there. 56. I'm coming.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He's got his target, it's Cobb. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Format to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here we go. 180! 21. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, Haywood!
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Here we go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, dude.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to the locker room.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Hey, Charlie! Two.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo got the connection here to Bourne. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Bravo. 54, Mike. Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. So don't say nothing. One, Omaha. Check, Mike. Get that hunt.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A gain of 3, second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 49 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7.
Next to score, Niners 10, Cowboys 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
We're going to 53. 36, Mike, 36.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He's checking, he's 13.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
7, 11, 11, 11, 11.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
21. Hey, echo. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, here we go. 54. 9:54. Strip the ball. 26.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
White. Check ball. 6-6.
From the 27th, Garoppolo. They find some open field here. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. And that's complete to Sanders. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Here we go. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Hey, exit.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Hey, Delta.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Now in desperation, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
65, 65. Short, 65. Mike,
Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Prescott now 9 of 17 through the air.
Mike 54. Mike 54. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 50. Check 50. Kill.
Prescott to throw. That's complete to Cobb. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Check. Block 54. Block 54. All right, T, let's go. All right,
now Prescott. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.